I say we live. I say we live from training camp. Let's kick this thing off something like this.
Hey, listen, we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
It's Bernie the Boxer, blocking the gossip, ready to lock and load. Letting the truth be told. So check out his episodes, hitting you with the raw facts. And we'll be getting these all cracked if you ain't got the knowledge and sweet signs.
Fall back.
Call it bluff, they quick to scream, pull up, fool. Have some goals in the old school, park inside your living room. Jews be faking the news for the sake of raising the views, changing narratives, what propaganda. Stay tuned, let's talk boxing.
No time, no gossip.
You want the facts, get it first
From Bernie the Boxer.
The mother podcast trash, you'll never be honored. Cause credit rules, still in the news for power.
You gotta eat, sleep, breathe this to understand. If you ain't that, you ain't a genuine boxing fan. Get your lose from the source. Not these fools popping off about who can be who,
Doing what in the sport? Never felt the pain from the brain brawls in the wars. But what accolades,
Come on.
even though what they report is false. Listen, y'all, all your favorite fighters' belts coming off, and they coming home with us.
disagree to log on.
Let's talk boxing.
No time, no
gossip. You want the facts, get it first
From Bernie the Boxer.
The mother podcast trash, you'll never be honored. Cause credit rules, still in the news for
Woo!
power.
It's Bernie the Boxer. Yeah.
Y'all now tuning in to the Bernie the Boxer podcast show.
Yeah.
I want to come talk to y'all about what's going on.
Okay. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, did you miss me? Yeah, man. Come on, let's talk some boxing, man. First, before I get started, let me give my boy Steve Penn a super shout out for that wonderful introduction song. You understand? Boy, that boy is right and true, huh? Bernie the Boxer, huh? The one to do this shit. Yeah. Okay. So like I say, it's Sunday, man. I know I'm competing with your time. You know, we out here in Vegas in training camp and getting ready, and the time zones is out. But this one I had to do it. You guys watching that basketball and this, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just run it back. You understand? Just run it back. You ain't got to watch me. Just hear me. You understand? Just listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. You understand? Appreciate you. Who I got in here? I got Young Mambo Boy. I got Mike D in the house. I got Donnell with the accuracy ball in the house. Appreciate you. I got G, man. I got Hover 575. TJ Hall. Same old suspects. You know how we do. The usual suspects. Yeah. Okay. So, man, listen, I'm super excited to talk about boxing because, like I say, it was a hell of a card last night. Last night was a hell of a card from top to bottom. It was everything that boxing could be and it should be. You know, there was competitive matches. It was back and forth action. And shit, you know, it made us proud last night. You know, when you spun that 75, you felt like you did all right. Shit, I swear to God. You didn't feel treated. I didn't feel treated. I was on my feet there all night from start to finish. All right. Okay, so like I said, you know, we coming from training camp. We got KEYSHAWN Davis going up. We got Kelvin Davis going up. DB3, you know, we done linked up with SHAKUR and Baby Anderson and, you know, Ray Savage and all them boys, man. It's a pleasure working with them guys, being in the gym with them guys, man. Like I said, they phenomenal talents. And, you know, like I say, just to be around them and watch them work and to see them grow is a pleasure, man. So, like I say, we going good and they sharp, they young, they ambitious. And, man, they feeding off of each other. And like I say, come April 8th, it's going to be it's going to be extravaganza, young talent, killers over there, tomorrow's champions, you understand? Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, but like I say, so what we got, man, last night, what we start with, I'm going to start off from the top to the bottom, man. From the bottom to the top, we had Lil B-Hop go up, prime time, man, come out with a controversial decision. And most agree that Rayo won the fight. And but you know, it was a touch and go affair. It was a close fight. You know, I think Rayo landed the more hurting punches. I think B-Hop had a lot of ring generalship, like you say, was culminating off his jab and things like that. So it was a back and forth action. And like I said, you can't complain. I want to see a rematch. You know, I think I like to see a rematch. I don't like the way Royo. I think he was. You know, we boxers and we do have emotion, but I think that, you know, he should have took a page out of well, it was too early, but you know, a diplomatic, you know, a stance. It wasn't Cobra's fault that he didn't get the decision. All he did was fight. You know, he came from a deficit. You know, he came back from a serious knockdown from a hard puncher, and you know, to battle back. So he needs to get credit for that himself. You know, I think that Rayo do respect him, but I think, you know, he was just a little emotional about that victory. I think they all over there, Benevidez, you know, they strong Mexican guys, and you know, it hurt his heart to. You know, he fought his heart out. Like I said, I've been training for 4 months, and you know, to come off with a you know, a victory like that, you know, lose like that is you know, it's kind of heartbreaking. But at the same time, you know, like he say, you win some, you lose some, and you got to take it just like that on the chin. You know, it was cause for both to say who won. You know, and so like I said, you know, I think he could have did better about that. But I like to say, I think this. I never watched him, but you see. When adversity came, you see the different things that he had to do. You know, he kind of looked like a younger Benavidez. You know, he stepped around him. He was creating angles. He was doing different, throwing different punches in there. He was looking kind of slick in there. Kind of funny style looking because, you know, he slim like a pole, but he was still doing it. You know, if you watch what he was doing, ain't necessarily, you know, how he looked doing it, but what he was doing some good stuff in there. So I can't wait to see what he do in the future. And, you know, shout out to Cobra for coming through, man, because we thought it was over. I mean, we thought it was over. I thought it was over for him. Like I say, man, I thought this, you know, he even got busted up. He got dropped last time. Now he come to the first round. He gets stunned, squaring up, and he was being too aggressive. That's what I think. He was being too aggressive right off the rip, and I think that's what caused him, you know. But again, you know, you're trying to prove something. You know, you're trying to make sure that you dominate this man, trying to impose your will on him, and things like that happen. So this is boxing. All right. What else is new? Who else we have? We had Mono Ramos go up. Fight a Spencer. I had to make a Walmart run, but Red told me he looked excellent. I seen a couple things that he did. He looked like he was in great shape. And like I say, this guy got a lot of potential. You know, I think he's a hard puncher, a southpaw, a rangy type of guy, punches from different angles. You know, I think he's a well-schooled fighter, and he's a hungry fighter, and he wants to, you know, he wants to be the best. So I think he's a hard worker in the gym, and he showed off last night fighting Joey Spencer, a young guy. I think he has some talent. I think he got some skills, and you know, I think both of them was just tired of being stagnant, trying to step into the limelight, so to speak. And I think it was a great, you know, it was a great card to step up on. You know, especially folks paying $74, huh? The undercard got to be something, huh? It's hard work and getting that money. What? Shit, this shit don't come easy. What? Shit, some people gas man, some people trash man, huh? Some people janitors, shit. Some people waiters, shit. Well, that money come hard, dime a dozen, man. Shit. When I pay that money, I want relaxation. It's a freedom when I choose boxing. You understand? Just like everybody else, huh? I'm treating myself, huh? I don't want to get beat. So, like I say, man, they put up a hell of a card. Mono Ramos delivered. It was a great victory for him. We had Cody Crowley going up against Abel Ramos in a emotional victory. This guy was emotional. You know, he fought on his birthday. He lost his father to suicide. He said he was suicidal. And like, you know, I don't listen. I subscribe to that. I understand that. You know, I understand that life get hard and things get to you. Like I said, I was broke. I couldn't get a chance. Nobody wanted to give me opportunity. And God knows what else is going on. You understand? So, like I say, you know, life can get you, you know, and he ain't the first one and he won't be the last, you know. So, I mean, shout out to him, you know, come out real strong and just impose his will, you know, and got the victory. You know, Abel Ramos ain't nothing to sneeze at. I think he's a talented fighter. I think he is a very skillful fighter, a veteran. And, you know, that's a feather in his cap. I think Crowley still got some time to go, you know, to grow as a fighter. But, you know, it's a good step up for him. And like I said, you know, God knows what's good for you. You know, Abel Ramos fought a hell of a fight, but this guy needed a little bit more, and he showed it. You know, he stayed on the gas from round one. And so I wish him the best and what else he's going to do. Okay. What I got in? I got Baby Bug. Oh, Baby Bug showed up. Oh, Baby Bug showed up. She a killer. I see you, girl, looking like Ali up in there. Okay, says, hi, Uncle Bernie. I won first place at the U.S. Olympic qualifiers in Detroit. 11-time national champ. I was one with our family, So Cold Nelson. Oh, you know it. So Cold held us down. Carlitos, my boys didn't make weight. Daniel gave a strong showing at 56 pounds. And, so-called Nelson is a hell of a guy. So you was in good hands, And shout out to you, baby girl. Appreciate you. I can't wait to see what you're doing. You got your these girls, the women right now was doing a real good job. You had Sinista go up. She won a unification match, and I really like Sinista. I think that not only is she a beautiful girl, but I think she's a good boxer. And, she proved that she want to be the best by fighting in the unification match, and I can't wait to see what she does. Like I say, you got Michaela Mayer going up. You got Baumgartner being undisputed champion. Clarissa Shields, two-time Olympic gold medalist, world champion, two-time undisputed, only male or female to be undisputed. And so you got some major players to look up to. You got some big shoes to fill. But like when I see you doing your thing, I know you can do it. You understand? You got a strong team behind you, and ain't nothing. The sky's the limit. You understand? So shout out to my girl, Baby Bug. Okay, True Media Day. What'd he say? That's my boy down the way. Shout out to you, Coach Malachi. Appreciate you. Big Bird from Omaha. What'd he say? He says from Omaha. Shout out to you, Big Carl. Okay, appreciate you, family. Yeah, man. Like I say, we out here, man, and getting that work, man. Like I say, it's a beautiful feeling to be around these guys, to be in the gym. I had a chance to, work with some of them and give some of my knowledge, man. And it just warms my heart. Can I say that? It just warms my heart. Where would I be without boxing? What you doing, champ? You come to see me, Prince? Come to see me? Come on. I got DB4 with me. Young Prince here. Now leave me alone. I'm trying to do my show, Prince. All right. Hold on tight. All right, so then, in the main event, before I get to some more questions, let's talk about that Benavidez, man. That was a hell of a fight. I seen, I had a chance to meet Plant for the first time. Breadman was no stranger. I done met him a couple times, talked to him. And I think they had a strong game plan. I think the man was in great shape. He showed tremendous heart. He showed tremendous guts. I think if I want to be one critical of one thing, I would say I think the holding part was a good idea, but I don't think that he planned to hold as much. I don't think he really knew how to hold. And I think that he actually had a chance to kind of smother him with a couple punches. I think he could have, instead of holding, he could have threw a couple more punches and moved. I think he could have used movement a lot more than he did. And, I think that was inevitably part of his downfall. I think Benavidez carried him a little too fast. And I think he worked a little too hard early in the fight, which we all thought it was, that he would gas out. But I will say this. He was in strong shape. He never hit the ground. Even though they got tangled up, looked like he was going to fall. He never hit the ground. His long legs were strong. Even though Benavidez constantly put his head down, put his weight on him, and he was in position to put his head down, which I hated. His legs held up strong, and he had a couple shoe shine flurries to finish the fight. And like I say, it was man, I don't know. It took everything out of him to last the distance. I want to give Benevidez super credit for finding little spots to catch him in between while he was trying to hold. Punching at the right time. Going to the body. Benevidez, he is true. I want to give him a lot of credit. I think he got everybody's universal respect in the house. Like I say, he has a tendency to do things and that I don't like, far as squaring up or not putting his weight behind his punches. But he is a hard puncher, and I think he has a good IQ in there. So if you've seen the documentary of him coming up, like he said, I've been boxing since I was 3. Which probably is a little bit of exaggeration, but being around boxing, and seeing fighters and being around a gym, you pick up things kind of instinctively, you don't even know unconsciously. And, like I say, since 12 years old, he's been boxing 13 years old. He's about 28, 29 years old now, or 30, something like that. And like I say, he's coming into his own. So, even as a big guy, he had a lot of speed and different things like that. So I think all those things coming together for him. I can't wait to see what he do. I think he earned the right, definitely, to fight Canelo. Benevidez, I can't say if he earned the name the Mexican Monster, but what else I was most proud about him, I think that, like I say, I like it the way that he ended the beef, when it was over. I like the way how he did everything. And I appreciate that so much, because we still brothers in this sport. The only thing that's headed, against you is, is the next man, and that can be an emotional because you see this man standing in front of you, so you want to remove him because all the gold and all the jewelry and all the money and the fame is all right. You got to go through this guy. So, but at the end of the day, we still, human beings, we still fighters in a brotherhood, and outside of some competitive, little riff, I think it shouldn't be no more than that. But again, so I give him a super shout out for dead in that beef. Like I say, because I was watching in the house we watched boxing through training camp, and we was watching Charlo versus what's his kid's name? J-Rock. Yeah, well, I think it was J-Rock. And J-Rock went to go shake his hand or whatever, and the man, sent him on, and just for no reason. You didn't already knock the man out, you already won, you understand? So it was just like, what else is there to accomplish after that, So like I say, I want to give him a super shout out for that. And speaking of camaraderie and ending beefs and squashing things like that, on my trip out here, I've been training at Top Rank Gym, and like I say, the who's comes through that gym, and I had a chance to have a talk with Bill Haney and Devin Haney, and we came to a mutual agreement of respect, and I understand where they was coming from. They understood where I was coming from, and so like I say, it was an amicable conversation, and we did come to a mutual respect. And like I say, it was crazy because I had a revelation before that, like shit, I talk a lot of shit, what I'm saying? But don't y'all hold me too personal, what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't gonna call you it depends, what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna disrespect you. I'm gonna give my critiques. That's what I'm here for. You understand? I got 30 years of experience. You understand? I'm gonna critique you how I critique you. And that don't mean I'm not with you, or I don't love you, or don't support you, or don't want you to win. You understand? So like I say, it was just been having a wonderful experience. And like I say, coming with we don't need to be, we all in this game to try to win and try to be something and try to, leave our names in this game, and try to feed our family. So like I say, people are dying for no reason. We ain't doing nothing but boxing. What? We don't need to let this stuff get out of hand. You understand? Okay. All right. So now that we said about that, let's start from the top. Let's get to some questions. I'm starting from the top. What'd he say? Your boy Mambo said, what's good, Bernie? It says, Saman Rowan says, peace and blessings, beloved. Salute, Bernie. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Big up Team Crawford for sure, without a doubt. Yeah, like I say, you got to keep the people waiting. Like I say, I'm really doing this. I'm in the gym. I'm training these guys. And, like I say, I'm downloading a lot of information, and I'm coming to you with it. I don't think every little thing that comes out, I should speak on it. But like I say, we're going to all lump it all up in some. And here we is. Any question you got to ask, go ahead. If you want to call the phone, hit the phone line, 402-686-6529. It's Bernie the Boxer live from training camp. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Okay. Boss man, what's good, family? Another night of boxing, boy. I'm telling you, we was on my feet. Boy, we was screaming. We was hollering. Oh, my God. Gallo 007 says, you going to Newark? Yes, sir. Come on now. We going straight there. Donnell with the accuracy ball says, Bernie, my guy, still going strong. I can't stop and I won't stop, Donnell. Shout out to my boy Donnell with the accuracy ball, www.accuracyball.com, the leading innovator in combat sports. You understand? Okay. You understand? What'd he say? G-Man said that intro sounds better every time. I know. Appreciate you. 575. What'd he say? Let's get it, Bernie. You know it. TJ Hall says, Big Burn in the building. What's good? The Old Town stand up. You know it. Northside. Speaking of Northside, my boys, they did us band earlier today. Creighton boy, I shout out to them boys, the whole Creighton squad. You understand? They made it to the top 8, should have been to the Final 4. They gave a hell of a run. They gave us a bad call in the end, but we ain't gonna cry. We ain't gonna complain. We gonna get better next time. You understand? One thing about it, 2 things for sure is that we here. You understand? We making a statement in this basketball thing. You understand? Huh? Come on. Huh? This. You better do your research about the town, huh? Gail Sayers, what? Huh? The first black quarterback, huh? Malcolm X, huh? They all from the ghetto, huh? Bob Gibson, huh? World Series pick. Dylan Jones says, appreciate you. What's good, Bernie? Luca Lazo, Alan Maddox, yep. W. Neville says, what did he say? He said, I'm glad we have some fighters are still want to fight the best. Well, you know what? I think that, all of them do want to, but, you got an interest. When you got an interest in something, you're going to watch, you're going to watch your interest, huh? Everything, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, everything ain't ready. You got to slow cook them. You understand? You got to give them out there when they're ready. And, like I say, he ain't always right on, he ain't on your time, but he always right on time. Ernie V says, saw you turn up on KEYSHAWN story, Bernie. Yeah, man. Yeah, we up there arguing about boxing. They don't like to give me the business about boxing. They harassing me, talking about Deontay Wilder could whoop Joe Louis. Man, please. Man, please. Man, please. Joe Louis forgot more about boxing than Deontay Wilder ever know. Eastside G says, what's bragging, Bernie? Okay, I know who that is. Big Blood, appreciate you, family. Yeah. All right, now I ain't doing nothing on this Sunday. Like I say, I know I'm competing with your time. You're over there watching all that basketball. And we came up short just a little bit. Oh, my God, just a little bit. Nate John says, we need that Cobra Isaac Cruz fight. Good fight. Now I think Babia going to go down to 130. I think he's going to try to get that rematch with that boy coming off that knockout loss, try to get him. But they said that fella got a mandatory defense against Lamont Roach, which I think that ain't a bad defense. I think, I don't know. I think Roach is a decent fighter. Jamel knocked him off a couple years ago. Haven't seen him since. But Garcia ain't no bad fighter. And Tank, he up there. So ain't no shame of losing the Tank. Ain't no shame of losing the Tank. But you got Navarrete down there. You got Navarrete down there. Oh. Ain't nobody still said Navarrete name at 130, and he looked kind of vulnerable. Big Bird says, talk about Jonathan Major's girl took her. Oh, I don't know. I don't talk about nothing else like that. Alamada says, Bernie, what's your thoughts on Haney Loma fight? I think that's a good fight. I think he's going to get a lot of credit for fighting Lomachenko, but I will say that, the mystique of Lomachenko is faded a little, in his lackluster performance against Jermaine Ortiz. But, he's a still well-traveled fighter. He hasn't been beat up or dogged out. And, just is what it is. He was the lightweight champion of the world. And Devin Haney got an obligation to knock him off. He had a spectacular victories coming off that close victory loss to Teofimo. And, he did something that a lot of folks don't do. He took a step back for his country and sat on the sidelines. And, came back and fought a hell of a contender in Jermaine Ortiz. So I got to give him a lot of credit. If, he had a lot of time right now to get ready for Devin. And so I'm giving Devin triple credit, for fighting this guy and beating this guy, Like I say, Devin, I think he's operating on a high level right now. Like I say, I've been very critical of him sometimes. And, again, like I told Bill, I say, I'm a stylish, sometimes – I like the way a fighter looks all the time. What he say? We like to look good first and win second. I ain't advocating for that, but you understand where I'm coming from. So like I say, and again, we had a very, what can I say? It was a good conversation. Very high class stuff being exchanged, and like I say, doing an excellent job with Devin. And Devin is a hell of a fighter. A smart fighter. Been all he been doing is boxing. So you can't do nothing when you practice make perfect. So again, like I say, he's the undisputed lightweight champion, and beating Lomachenko is going to be a hell of a fight. Now, that's going to be just to get his ass on up out the way, because the super fight is what the super fight going to be. You understand? It's going to be Tank or Shakur. You understand? Now, that's the big fight to take you to the next platform, take you to the next level. You understand? That's what we need. You understand? Just like the Benevidez just fought Plant. Now, Plant was a good fighter and everything like that. But, to get to that next level, you got to beat Canelo. These is the guys. These is like maybe B- guys, maybe A- guys, B+ guys. But, you got the A+ guys like Bud Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Earl Spence. You got the A+ guys. And so, that's where you're trying to get to. So that's going to be the fight. That's going to be the super fight. But again, like I say, a defense against the great Lomachenko can't go in vain. Okay. So I'm excited about that fight. Then, like I say, we got Tank versus something going to happen. Okay, Mr. National says Bernie Bud got Ramos looking good. Good, Bernie. He surprised me against Joey. Oh, well, I don't want to give us no credit because, like I say, we just did the training camp with them with the strength trainer. That was just it. Ramos and him, but I love them guys. They, like I say, he looked super good. I love Chewy. I respect them guys a lot, and I can't wait to see him. You know, it's mono. Samad Warren says we understand why Crowley was asking for big money to fight Bud. He would be tailor-made for the Omaha Assassin. Big up Team Crawford. Well, of course, you know, like I say, but this guy ain't in the range for no Bud Crawford fight. You know, this guy ain't in the running for no Bud Crawford fight. You know, like I say, we were just talking earlier about Regis Prograis and his status and where he belongs at. You know, you got those killers, Matias and the WBA champ. You know, the 40-pound championship has been splintered. And even though Josh Taylor still remains the Ring Magazine champion WBO, the championships remain splintered. And out of the splintered champions, you know, of course, Regis Prograis is the top dog of that situation, and he's earned his keep. So, again, he deserves to fight the guys like, you know, Teofimo, Josh Taylor, you know, the upper echelon guys, you know, not the up-and-coming guys like a Richard Hitchison or what's the guy with the Matias, such as those type of guys. You know, he's earned the right to be in that upper echelon. Those are the names that he needs to be fighting, you know. So Crawley's not in that space. But, again, you know, you never know. He could make it. You know what I'm saying? He climbing the ladder. What, he number 3 in the WBC? Shit. When we become undisputed, he can get his ass whooped. Shit, he can get his ass whooped. Ernie V, correct me. David Benavidez is only 26. Okay. So what's that? 13 years, you understand? 13 years, and he won the title at what? 8 years after he was 13, he won the title at 20. So what's that, 8 years? He's been at the top for the last 6 years. So you know what I'm saying? That's pretty good time. You're almost becoming a veteran in that time. You understand? Alan Maddox, what'd he say? Bernie, you ain't got no super chat. I don't know. I don't. You understand? Pro Dance League says you should do blogs, Bernie. I would tune in. I'm working on it. JD Blanc says the whole beef was fake to sell. No, I don't think the beef was fake to sell. I think that he's, you know, sometimes you see people, you know, jealousy is a real trait. You know, envy is a real trait. You know, those things, you know, like I say, it could come from a, you know, what he say? Drake said jealousy and hate is love and hate at the same time, you know, and it just sometimes, you know, like I say, you know, he could just something about he didn't like this guy, you know. Plus, you know, it's a lot of things you don't like about the player. You know, he got a good-looking black girl. He white. You understand? He got a black swag. You understand? He stay fresh. And the nigga fight. The motherfucker fight. So, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker like that. You understand? And then you got Benevidez, which I found out is kind of got a little black in him too somehow, some way. You understand? He got the swag. You understand? Somebody had to hit me too. You know, Mexicans don't got no curly afros. That man had a curly afro. You understand? His shit bounce. You know what I'm saying? You know, usually they got the stringy shit. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, he got the black swag. So he looking at, you know what I'm saying? They trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, because you ain't blacker than me. I'm blacker than you. I'm closer. I'm Mexican or all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Could be an ethnic fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? When you see competition, sometimes you say, I think it's like one of the 48 laws of power or some shit like that. I think I read it's or a Chinese scripture or something. It said, if it's something like, you know, you want it so bad or something, you know, you detest it first, you know, to make it like nothing, you know. So you think this guy good, you telling yourself he ain't shit. You know, so I'm gonna beat his ass. He can't whoop me. He ain't better than me. And you know, you build on that to try to win the fight or try to, you know what I'm saying, to have an edge on some type of way. So I don't think the beef was fake. You know, I think the beef was real. And I think, you know what I'm saying, in a sport dominated with, you know, Hispanics and blacks, you know what I'm saying, you know, the white boy gonna call stir. You feel me? Especially again, and he got swag and he can fight. You feel me? So you're gonna have a lot of people that love you, but you got a lot of people that hate you too. All right. I've been a Caleb fan since number one, because he's a boxing motherfucker. I love boxing motherfuckers. You understand? I love boxing motherfuckers. All right. What is saying? Jose R says, Coach Bernie, I told you about that boy Benevidez, man. He straight dog. Hey, I'm going to give him 10 times credit. The Mexican monster, Mike Tyson, gave it to him. I ain't going to say he live up to that. but the man is a hell of a fighter. I think he's a smart fighter, and I couldn't be more happy for him. VOV Box LC, salute Bernie. You got that cold Pepsi? You know I do. Hassan Hersey says Bernie could Crawford beat every opponent Floyd has faced in his career. I don't know. I have to look at that, but I'm sure. Because, like I say, you know, when you getting with a Bud Crawford, you getting a Bud Crawford. See, Bud Crawford came along. Bud Crawford is Mayweather on the second half. You know, he's money made. You know, Bud Crawford is a money made status. You know what I'm saying? So, a smart, efficient fighter, a hard puncher, a great finisher. You know what I'm saying? With a great mind. So, I think I would say he would. I would say he would. And he'll beat Floyd too. That's why Floyd never give him the chance, because Crawford know every move he gonna make. He would never give him. He'll whoop Spence, but he wasn't gonna whoop no Crawford. Crawford too smart. Mr. International says Mono Ramos and Osley show Bud skill level different. KEYSHAWN and SHAKUR will prove skills, pay the bills. You know, Troy Isley is a workhorse fighter. He's a Marvin Hagler type fighter. He ain't a fancy fighter, but he's a workman-like fighter. And working with a tremendous strength coach like Jamie, and having a mentor in his ear like Coach Al, you know what I'm saying? The kid can't go wrong. A dedicated work ethic, a will to win, a will to want to be the best. And you know, so I'm looking for big things for Troy. Like I say, not a flashy fighter, but a solid fighter in a Marvin Hagler-esque. You understand? Okay. Ernie V says Benavidez versus Benavidez. Man, I'm with Benavidez because, like I say, Benavidez is a wrecking ball machine. And, you know, everybody say they could beat him till they get in there with him. You understand? They got his shortcomings. He getting old. He was getting hit. But he's a wrecking ball machine, and he stops everybody. So until he gets beat, I'm going with Benavidez. Everybody got Beef all over him, but I'm going with Benavidez, who is the Ring Magazine champion. He's the Ring Magazine champion, even though they don't got him as that, and that's sad. Because he beat the man that beat the man. Put some respect on Benavidez's name. 18-0, 18 knockouts. 19-0, 19 knockouts. Huh? A human bulldozer, huh? You don't know nobody like that fought that tough competition back to back to back. Nasty. I gotta give him credit, man. But like I say, he's not a flashy fighter. He's not a flashy person. You understand? He's not from America. But listen, boxing is universal. Universal. I was reading. I'm reading a book on George Dixon and Terry McGovern, and you know, they mentioned guys around the turn of the century like Young Griffo, a defensive genius. They said he could stand on a napkin and not even get hit without stepping off the napkin. That's how smooth he was. Young Griffo, been away from Australia, huh? They said the only person that gave a lot of more hoopla in the United States coming was Peter Jackson, the great heavyweight who John L. Sullivan dubbed. Man, you understand? So, like I say, this is a world sport, you know. So give them boys credit. I give them boys credit. Like I say, I got a UK motherfucker down there right now talking all that shit about Britain the best. We whoop all them UK bums anytime. Except for Tyson Fury. Now, that's a tough motherfucker right there. That's a boxing fool right there. That motherfucker tough. All right. Okay, let me get to a couple more questions. I'm going to get up out of here. It says, Rev Rash Burt says, Ryan Garcia got that plant confidence. Tank is going to hurt that man. I think it's going to go in the same way. I think that, you know, like I say, Ryan Garcia he's a good fighter. I think he know how to box, but I think over the time, you know, the little tricks that Tank played with you, the mind games that he does, the setup things that he do is going to be too much for Ryan. I think he's going to be overloaded. I think he's going to be frustrated with not being able to land this big punch. And you know what I'm saying? I think Tank just going to take him apart. All right. What else I got? Who else I got? Better be a real monster. You heard him. C. Will says, what's up, Bernie? Tapping in from DC. Shout out to DC. Benevidez beat Plant and Kenny Bayless ass last night. Dan Shane rep was stopping good momentum from Benevidez. Hey, it happened. He won. You understand? He won. He says, what's next for Plant? I don't know, but I had a feeling that was going to feed him to Andre. I had a feeling they was gonna feed him to Andre. You know, like I say, Plant only want the best. And hell, if I was Plant, I'm going for Andre. Fuck it. Andre got a name. Shit, I'm going for Andre. He didn't do bad against Benavidez. As it was a close fight, man. I think Plant won the first 5 rounds for sure. He won at least one in a round, so it should have been a draw for real. Benavidez never dropped him. It should have been a draw for real, but he held on, and his body posture fucked it up for him. His body posture fucked it up for him. Like I say, he had his head down too fucking much, and he should have been punching all the motherfucking times. And when he wasn't punching, he should have been moving. He should have been moving. And when he wasn't punching, he should have been moving. And when he couldn't grab him, he should have moved off on him. He should have pushed off on him and moved. You understand? Sometimes that's what another thing they should have worked on is stepping and moving in short increments. You know, that's what he needs to do is step lightly. You feel me? Step light. Okay. All right. All right. So what else is new? What else is new? What else is new? What'd he say? Okay. Duddy Jeff says, benefits the Mexican marshal. Stop trying to take that man's name. Benevidez, the Mexican monster. Start trying to make that. Oh, listen, don't be all sensitive about that shit. He said Better Beef was a monster, which he is. He's a wrecking ball machine. I'm going to call him a wrecking ball. He can have the Mexican monster. That's a nice title. You understand? That's a nice title. And the great Mike Tyson gave it to him. Like I say, and he proved it last night. The boy was vicious. He kept calm in the pocket. He stayed calm under adversity. He was losing the first 5 rounds, and he came on, which he already had set up for to do that. He knew Plant was going to fade. We knew Plant was going to fade, and he did exactly what he was going to do. So, he overtook him, and, man, it worked out. But Plant fought his heart out. When I thought Plant might get knocked out like he did against Canelo, like he might fall, like he might wilt, he never wilted. He never will. So I give that man super credit, ton of credit. That boy ain't no joke. I give him ton of credit. It's just like McMill said it. It's levels to this shit. All right. Okay, so listen to this. I got all my people in. I got WS. I got Alan Maddox. I got Pro Dance League. You understand? I got JD Blanca. You feel me? What else is new? Call in. Somebody call in. Come on, man. Let's make this a whole. I got 20 more minutes. Somebody call in and talk to me. 402-686-6529. The kid's still going after the big fight. We're still working it out. We're trying to make it happen. You understand? They crossing their I's and dotting the T's. You understand? So we're looking for some extravaganza, a blockbuster of a fight of the century. You understand? With Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. Okay? We can't say if it was June 17th like that fella say, but it's coming. Understand? All right. I got DB3 down there. They say they want to come on the show, but I don't know what's going on. Let me see his talk. Let me get a couple more questions. Then I'm going to get out of here, okay? Shit, I'm tired of talking myself. Bo tired of me talking? Oh, okay. What do you say? Plant versus Charlo. Like, that's how I'd be doing if I was Plant. If I was Plant, I'm still going after all them undefeated fellas. I'm going after Andre. I'm going after Plant. Listen, I ain't going to stop till I get that one victory. You know what I'm saying? I get that signal. I got to get somebody. And I think that he could beat them guys. Now, I ain't going to say about Andre, because Andre's a boxing motherfucker, and he can't wait to get one of them boys in his trap. He going to fuck him up. But I think Charlo can be outboxed. I don't think he can apply the pressure that Benavidez did. And I think that this fella got fast hands, and I think he can outbox Charlo. I think Charlo one of the weakest boxers out there. I think he's one of the weakest ones. I can't stand Big Charlo. I wanted to say something to him while he was over there doing that little podcast. I told him we're going to beat both his ass. We're going to whoop him and his brother's ass. Spence and him, both of them. We're going to whoop both their ass. All right. Ooh. Andrew White says, What she say? Avery Whiteside said, what fighter did Bud study the most? Mayweather's. He know every movie gonna make. But we study everybody, man. We watch everybody. We study everybody from the bottom to the top, and the guys they don't know, I hit them to them. We study those guys too. We study the winners and the losers. Huh? This is the boxing universe here. You understand? You got guys that graduate the head of their class. You know, you got Bomac, you got Saul, you got Red, and you got Bernie the boxer. Graduate head of their class, huh? A's on our report card with this boxing shit, huh? A's on our report cards. Huh? We learn from the best. Midge Minor. You understand? Never lose. 197-6. Huh? Unspoken, unsung hero of boxing. All right. Okay. So listen to this. I see y'all fading to the back, and I appreciate y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up out of here. You understand? Give a super shout out to my boys, everybody that won a national championship. Like I said, you got my kid Moses went up, Shakur nephew went up, fought a hell of a fight with that guy. They already turned them into superstars as amateurs. It was one of the most watched fights, most talked about fights. It was a great fight, so shout out to all them guys. Shout out to my boy Daniel out there, my African warrior, went and gave up all he could. You understand? Shout out to Baby Bug, 11-time national champion, 13-time national champion. Shout out to my boy Steven So-Called Nelson. You understand? Taking the team, being a great director for B&B Boxing. You know, where would we be without you? You know, can't wait to see you return next. What else? Like I say, shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to my boy Frank, you know, for holding everything down, for being a great host, and all those things involved. Like I say, shout out to my boy Ray Diesel, putting in that work, getting the boys ready. Jade Anderson, Ray Savage, Shakur Stevenson, the top amateurs, he got that fella ready too. So like Ray Diesel putting on with the fitness thing, you know. Like I say, we all in one, you know. We all in one, man. Like I say, huh? It's a small circle. You understand? But we all right here. You know what I'm saying? Links in the chain. We better together. You understand? Okay. So like I say, like it's a family. We're going to have arguments. We're going to, you know, in family, but we're going to come together, you know what I'm saying, for the benefit of being great and, you know, standing on top of the world. You understand? Okay. So without further ado, I said I'm gone. I said I'm gone.